Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Thank you so much for joining me today. It really does mean an awful lot to me. So today's video is going to be a keep it or declutter video using the Urban Decay Naked Free palette. I filmed this video a couple of days ago, but I've been having some technical problems. So on Sunday I filmed my weekly shop my stash, so I was getting ready to put it up and that just completely got wiped from the laptop. I think what it was is there was quite a lot of files on the laptop. There was loads of photographs, which I didn't really need there. There was loads of like makeup photographs from blogging, so I got rid of all them. And then while I was like getting rid of all the photographs that I didn't want on there anymore, I came across some video files, and that's probably what has been slowing the computer down, because there was a ton on there which I didn't know about. So I got rid of them as well, and then I did a get ready with me using my Shop My Stash products and the Shan XO palette, which you'll see really soon. The weekly Shop My Stash is going to go up today. It's just uploaded, so I'm going to put that up shortly. But before I do that, I just wanted to jump on camera and recreate the look that I did the other day, because I really liked it. I had to work with the palette a little bit because it's an older palette now, and I do eventually want to get a new one. Maybe I'll put it on a Christmas list. I know it's a long ways away yet. Well, it's only like 7 months, and it's good to be prepared. But yeah, I really like the look that I created. It looked nice. So what I want to do is kind of do that look, but also I really loved the way my skin looked in yesterday's Get Ready With Me using the Shan XO palette. It looked really glowy, and a few of you on Instagram have said how nice I looked, so I really do appreciate you taking the time to do that. If you're not already following me on Instagram, why not give me a little follow there as well? It's at Beauty With Andrea _. So yeah, I will leave it here. No, actually I'll leave it in the description if you want to go and check that out. I'll leave all my socials over there in the little description box. So without further ado guys, let's get into this video, otherwise we're going to be looking at a 40-50 minute video. Right, so we're using a different primer because I use the Project Pan primer up. So what's currently now in my Project Pan is this one. So this is the primer that I pulled in for my Shop My Stash. I'm going to be keeping it in here until it's all gone. It's only 15ml worth of product, but I do only put it in a concentrated area like the Mali one, so it'll only be going on my forehead, nose, chin, just my T-zone basically, where I get my pores, and here as well. And the rest I'm going to be using the e.l.f. hydrating primer. So let's just use the tiniest amount. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but this is a silicone. Yeah, it's not going to be enough, this. This is a silicone primer. I just need a little bit for my cheeks. I've not used a silicone primer like this for a long time. I really need to do my nails, guys. I don't know what colour to do them. I've got like a blue NARS nail polish which I've not worn in a hot second, so maybe I'll do it that colour, just something different. Right, e.l.f. Okay, so we're going to be using this one. This is a hydrating primer like I said, so let's pop some of this on. This is a really nice primer. I actually really like it. It's very hydrating. I put it under my eyes as well. I need to get some skincare, and I was looking on Beauty Pie. Does anyone get Beauty Pie? Because if you do, I would really like to know your thoughts on it. And they've got some really nice skincare on there. They've got a cleansing balm that I'm just itching to try, so I might make an order when I can. But yeah, if you get it, what are your thoughts on it? I've seen a few makeup items as well that look nice. And I have gone and checked out some reviews on YouTube. one by a smaller subscriber, so you know, I trust her judgment, because obviously, you know, she doesn't get anything out of it. You know, she bought all the products with her own money. So now we're going to go in with the PS Beauty strobing cream. It's really, really nice, this, just to add that little bit of glow. So yeah, I'm thinking about getting some things from Beauty Pie. Yeah, so basically Beauty Pie sell you the products at cost price, rather than at what brands would charge you. So they just come in like a plain packaging, and yeah, it looks like a subscription service that will be a good one, and one to at least try. So to add the hair back, but I just want to know your thoughts on it, especially if you've tried it before, and you know, recommendations and things like that. I'm a big highlighter junkie at the moment. I've seen a highlighter on there. I also saw like a trio of what looked like blushers, but it turns out they are highlighters. Another person that I watched yesterday said that they was awful and that they weren't worth your money. So I don't know. They do look like the Hourglass ones. They come in like a packaging like the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette would. That's what made me, you know, think, oh, they look nice. And they're not expensive at all, but obviously they're not going to be Hourglass either. Oh, that's the wrong spray. Right. Oh yeah, concealer. Let's not forget the concealer. I feel sorry for my mum. It's her 70th birthday on Wednesday, and obviously with all this what's going on, there's not really a lot that we can do. I mean, I've managed to get her a few presents, and I might try and get her a cake. Local Tesco might have something that would substitute a birthday cake, but you know, she's 70. I just would have loved to have taken her out, but maybe like when the restaurant's open we can do something like a post 70 party. Everyone says it's not a big one. 60 is a big one, and 80 and kind of goes up in 20s, but for me 70, especially with what she's been through as well, is a really, really big one, and I'd love to celebrate it with her. I will be celebrating it with her, I'll be there, so yeah. I think we'll use this powder under the eyes, this Essence Brighten Up Bar banana powder. I've completely broke the cap. Useless. This one is a full like powder, but it will be going in the my project pan when I use the other one I'm using. Battery's going mad. Why is it whenever I film the battery goes on me? And why is it Essence packaging is so flimsy? It's like MUA packaging. It's really, really flimsy and just doesn't last, does it? Right, so now we're going to go in with the Too Faced Ethereal Born This Way setting powder. Absolutely love this. It is my holy grail. Look at all that powder. and I really want to try the e.l.f. Halo powder. That one looks a good one, and I've been told it is a good one. And it's not that expensive, is it? So I just don't have the room for any more powders in my collection. I don't know where I would store it, because I've only allocated a small like tray for the powders. I don't think one person needs, I mean, I don't know how many I've got, but I think I've got at least 5 loose powders, and then the rest are pressed. I don't think I need all them. I mean, in this drawer alone, I've got 4 powders, 2 loose powders and 2 compacts. So, yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put bronzer on. And we're going to do what I did yesterday. So we're going to start off with the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel Project Pan. So I'm just trying to get use out of it. Where's that brush? Stop recording. You've got to constantly look at the LCD because it just stops recording out of nowhere. I'm just glad I've got like a front LCD, because if I didn't and it was like attached to the back of the camera, I wouldn't know, and it would just stop recording and I'd lose like half of the footage. The more I'm using this lately, the more I'm beginning to like it. I didn't really particularly like it because it's very orange toned. I show you this in every single video, but look how orange that is. Now for someone with a deeper skin tone, it would look so nice on them, but because I'm such a pale girl, yeah, I really struggle with it. But what I do now is I use this as kind of like a base for the bronzer that I'm going to use. Whoops, my tablets have dropped, and in this case it's going to be my Revolution and Imagination Highlight to the Moon palette, so it just looks like that. So the 2 bronzers I'm working on are Literally and Warrior, so I'm just going to put that down for a minute while I blend this Chanel one in. And that should do for now. And then I need to find my bronzing brush. Right, so I go in with Literally first and mix it with Warrior just briefly. And I've said this before, Imogen has just done such a beautiful job with this palette. Well, Imogen and Revolution. And at the moment, guys, I feel so sorry for her. She's been getting a real hard time from trolls, like online bullying. And she's such a nice person as well. It's normally the way, isn't it? The nice people get trod on. I know from experience, I got bullied when I was in high school, but we'll talk about that later. I don't want to go into details about Imogen's story just because it's her story, and she put a video out a few days ago now. This is why I wanted this video to go up a couple of days ago, because I'm obviously mentioning her. I'm also going to put her channel in the description if you've not watched any of Imogen's videos. I think you should. She's a really great girl, like I said. And in that video, my heart just went out to her. She was so upset. Just wanted to give her a great big hug. But yeah, I think in this current situation that we're in, I think we should all show each other some kindness. And obviously not be so horrible to people that we don't know. You never know what someone's going through. I mean, apparently she's had a lot of hate mail like for a good few months now. Well, she said ever since she was on YouTube, she's like she'd done YouTube 6 months and then she started getting this hate mail. and she's been getting like hundreds of messages like saying certain things, and it's gotten to the point where she just can't deal with it anymore. But like I said, go and check her video out and watch it. It's definitely worth a watch. And yeah, it's sad, but because she's so upset in it. But yeah, I mean, I'd love it if you went and supported her if you don't know her. I mean, I think everyone knows who she is. She's called Imagination on a YouTube channel, and obviously this is her. She's partnered with Revolution to do this, and she also partnered with them to do the eyeshadow palette, which I've got both things. I'm a great supporter of hers. I really do like her. I think she's great. So yeah, I just thought I would get that out of the way because I did speak about it in the original video, and I'm going to try and put this video up as soon as possible, but it depends how long it will take to edit it. Right, so what I'm going to do now is what I always do, is just sculpt out the bronzer with the MUA powder. You know which one it is because I'm always using it. It's almost like baking, but I don't let it build up enough to actually have tons of product on my skin. And if I feel like there's too much, I brush it off, but that's okay today. Right, so yeah, let's just blend that in a little bit. So we're going to get our summer glow on, guys, like we did in the other video I filmed. Okay, blusher. So we're going to use, in fact, I'm not going to use the same blush. So the matte blush that I used in the Shaaanxo one is this one. So this little Too Faced one. It's one of the Love Flush ones, and it's in Love Hangover. I'm sure you've seen it before, but it looks like that. It's a really nice colour. But this one is a similar shade to it, this Clinique Ginger Pop. So I'm going to be using this, and then I'm going to be using the NARS Orgasm over the top as a topper. So yeah, let's do that. This Clinique blusher is everything. It's so nice. When you look in the mirror, it doesn't look like it's done anything, but on camera it does. I definitely want to get some more of these Clinique cheek pops. And they do eyeshadow ones as well, don't they? They'd be interesting. Right, that's good. Oh, I need that brush still. Blend. Then we're going to go into the NARS Orgasm with the same brush, because it's a similar shade look. And then we're just going to use that over the top. Oh, I forget how pigmented it is. Now with this, I said this in the Shaaanxo video, you don't actually need highlighter. But I mean, I don't do videos and not wear highlighter. I love highlighters so much. Right, I'm gonna blend it in again with this brush. And the reason you don't need a highlighter is because it's got gold flecks in it. Camera's gonna die on me any minute now. And what I do then is I go in with this W7 Ready Set Glow Rose Gold Spray, just so that the highlighter's got something to adhere to. So let's do that. Right, so that was good timing. The battery pack went on us. So we're going to be using the Ofra Signature palette. I want to use one of the ones I've not used. I don't think there's many left that I haven't used. So I've used Star Island, I've used Rodeo Drive. I used Rodeo Drive yesterday. I used Pillow Talk. Right, so Blissful. Blissful is one of the ones I haven't used on my cheeks. I'm going to go in with this brush. I've been using this brush kind of like since last week, and I really prefer it than my other highlighter brushes. Right, so I'm dreading this because it is a dark highlighter, and I'm so far. Oh, it's not actually too dark for me. It looks really, really dark in the pan, doesn't it? That's stunning, guys. This one is the smoothest one as well. A lot of these highlighters aren't that smooth, and this is what I want to test. I want to get a normal size highlighter and test it, like see if the formula's the same, because they're meant to be really creamy and buttery, but they're not in the palette. But it could be because they're like minis, a bit too much. So I don't know about that. And the one I want is Moon Dance. It's by Madison Miller. It's part of Madison Miller's collection, and it's not on eBay, Beauty Bay. They've run out of stock of that, I think, but they ran out of stock of this and they got it in again, so it's just a matter of like being patient, I think. She does another one, so it might be worth getting that one, because that one looks like it's a white one, so it should look nice on my skin. But these ones look really, really nice. Boom, boom. But yeah, they look really, really nice. I didn't think that would suit me, that one there, so that's blissful. So maybe Molten Rose Gold from the Maybelline one that I got, maybe that will suit me, so we'll do a try on that in a separate video. Probably what I'll do with that is just do all my makeup and then just try it on camera and see how it looks. I've done that with the Diamond Glow. It's just not up on the channel yet, like a lot of my videos. What I didn't do as well is I didn't buff this palette into my skin. I like it because it gives me a little bit more radiance. So let's do it now. Yeah, this one. I used this one yesterday and I liked how it looked. So we're doing the exact same base routine as we did yesterday. Apart from obviously I'm using a different highlighter. I used Rodeo Drive yesterday and I'm using Blissful today, but they're both really golden highlighters. So yeah, really, really like that so far. And now we're going to go in with Urban Decay Naked Free. It was just a really simple look that I did. So this is the palette. So we're going to be doing the same look that I did originally. Actually, let's do the brow products first. Let's put the brows on. Got all sorts in this little box here. Clips, spoolies. Okay, so we're just going to do the same old routine. So it's the Revolution brow pencil. I've only just pulled this in, but you have seen it in videos, so it just looks like that. I don't know the exact name of it because the writing's come off, so I just call it the Revolution brow pencil. It's in the shade medium brown. Then we're going to put the Makeup Gallery Slay the Brow on, just over the top, just to keep them in place. I really like it. So good for £1 as well. Right, and then we need to get some blushes. Right, so we'll use this one for the Cream Ivory shade, and that one is called Strange. So let's just take the brush out of this palette. So it's just that one there. And the reason I tested this the other day is it's an old palette. I bought it off someone in a Facebook selling group, and I don't know how long they had it for, but I've had it quite a while. So the reason behind me using it was, can I keep it in the collection for a bit longer and get some use out of it, or do I need to declutter it? And it turns out I can probably keep it in for a few more months, and then I'll need to buy a new one, so that's what I'm going to do. So now we're going in with a Smashbox brush, and we're going to be using this lightest matte shade. It's in the shade Limit, which is really not showing up, is it? And I've said before on so many occasions, I love the quality of the Urban Decay palettes, but I hate the pans. Why couldn't they just make them square like the Too Faced chocolate bars? I think I've got a bit of OCD when it comes to things like this. It's just, you know, with brushes like this, I really struggle to get it into the pan. I just think, why are you doing this to me, Urban Decay? Does anyone else feel like that, or is it just me? I know I've got OCD because, I mean, I've not always had it, but ever since I moved into this flat by myself, the security of it is on me. So, like when I first moved in 6 years ago, I lock the door when I'm going out, and I press the handle like 4 times, and I have to press it 4 times. If I've not, this sounds completely ridiculous. If I've not pressed it 4 times, and I have to come back. I have to come back and check it. Just sounds so ridiculous when I say it out loud, but it makes sense to me. So there is a little bit of OCD, but that's about it at the moment. The other bit is washing my hands. I wash them constantly, and it's making my hands so wrinkly and sore, but I don't care. Obviously, if it's going to help, you are going to constantly wash them, aren't you? Oh, I didn't tell you. Did I tell you? So this shade is now Nuna. So there's not really a lot of matte shades in here. There's a Cream Ivy shade, Strange, and then there's that Limit shade, which I put in my crease earlier, and then this Nuna shade, which is the only other matte eyeshadow. So what, you only get 3 matte eyeshadows and 9 shimmers. I'll have to check that against my other Urban Decay palettes. I think you get more mattes in the original. I'm sure you do, in the first palette that they brought out. So gorgeous, this palette though. I'd definitely buy it, but it's just, I might wait till Black Friday. When I got the Urban Decay Naked Honey, I got it for practically half price, but Urban Decay Naked Honey was the only palette that was half price. All the others, I think they had a percentage off them, but they weren't half price, so we'll just have to see near the time. So now I need to get another brush, this one, and go back in with Strange just on the brow bone. Right, and then the fun part starts. So we're going to go in with a shimmer, and I want to show you what it looks like without spraying my brush. I will spray my brush eventually, but yeah, I want to show you what it looks like. And I'm going to use this brush that came with the palette. It just looks like that. Yeah, so we'll use that. I'll just wipe it off, even though I've only used this rose gold shade. What I'm going to be using now is called Buzz. I do want to test this out probably in another video. That one's called Trick. and when I used this the other day I noticed so much fallout, so I know it's definitely getting older. I've barely used it, guys. I've used it a handful of times, if that. Yeah, so I definitely want a new one of this. I just love this rose gold shade. I wonder if you can get Buzz as a single. Do you know, like you can with the solstice shade I've got. I know that you can buy some of them as singles, but then there are other shades in here that I like. In the video that I did say I shy away from these dark shades here, so what I think I'm going to do is do an eyeshadow roulette and see if it gives me darker shades to use. That's the only way I'll use them. It will push me completely out of my comfort zone. It did it with the Urban Decay Naked palette, and I actually liked the way it looked. See, it looks so much fallout. Let's get that fan brush. Right, so what I'm going to do is just go in with a light layer, then I'll get my setting spray and hopefully, well, it had something to adhere to the other day and it was still giving me serious fallout. And this look is not completely the same as the other day because I put like I keep saying project pan, I put Shop My Stash items back, what I used last week, but the base is the same as yesterday, and then this eyeshadow and lipstick and mascara and brows will be the same as always. Well, this eyeshadow will be the same as when I did it. So you look at that, that is just such a feminine pretty eyeshadow. It's brilliant light for everyday an everyday look. Right, so now we're going to go in with the setting spray. I'm just going to spray my brush a little bit. And I'm just going to be using this PS Beauty Glow Intensity one. Don't want to use my W7 one. I wouldn't say it's on its last leg or anything, but I've used quite a bit of it. Should have put this as my Project Pan eyeshadow, really. Eyeshadow palette. Just powder there. Right, so now let's put some mascara on. Like I said, it's just a really quick, simple look. Oh no, actually we need to put some inner corner highlight on. I always forget this. And it doesn't have a typical inner corner highlight like a white or a gold, so I use this one. I use Busy, that second one in the palette, and it looked really, really nice, so I'm just going to use that again. And like I said, I have got the original Urban Decay, but the powders in this Urban Decay Naked Free are more powdery, but it's probably had more, well, I know it's had more use than my original Urban Decay, just because I don't have too many palettes, and not every one of them is getting use, so that's my bad, and that's why I want to do a declutter. But yeah, this is what we're looking like. So now we're going to do the mascara. It's just the one that I always use, the PS 3D Lash Effect. And I think today what I'm going to do, because I've not used it in so long, rather than going with my matte Graph Black, I think I'm going to use my Essence Nude eyeliner in the waterline. It will give me that wide eye. So let's try that now and see how that looks. I don't know what this is called. All the writings wore off it, but that's it. Again, it's in Project Pan. Like my Shop My Stash this week is a Project Pan Shop My Stash, so that's why I'm using all my Project Pan items up. I'm gonna like really have trouble focusing on these because it's for a week obviously. That's why I pulled in some goodies that aren't in Project Pan, like some blushers and some highlights, just so I don't get bored. Yeah, that looks nice. Right, and finally we're going to be using the lipstick that I wore when I did this video. It's so pretty and was so inexpensive, so let me just go and get that. Right, so this is the lipstick, guys, and I've got one in red. The red one I used in the video, I can't remember which one, because I've been filming quite a few videos lately. So this is the PS lip liner and crayon duo. I'm not a great fan of the crayon, but I am going to use it again just for the purpose of the video and recreating the same look I did originally. Yeah, I've definitely got better lip liners than this. But this duo, this lip liner and crayon, only cost £2 or £2.50. It really wasn't much. Oh, this lipstick is in the shade Rose Blush, by the way. I've not seen these in Primark since I bought them, and this lipstick is quite matte, which is good. I think it's a demi matte, it's not fully matte. It's a really nice lipstick, and that's the shade of it. And it looks so nice with the eyes because it's a similar shade. No, actually, this is actually matte. So pretty. I'm gonna leave that out when I do the lipstick edit for another month, I think. Let's just zoom back out. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that out for another month. It's just a really nice pretty lipstick. Absolutely adore that one. So yeah, this is what we're looking like, guys. Really like the look. Yeah, so I think I'm going to be keeping hold of this for a few more months. I think around like either Black Friday or Christmas I'll treat myself to a new one, just not yet. I'm going to try and get as much use out of this as possible. I have got palettes like it, like the rose toned palettes that I've got 1 or 2 rose toned shades in it. The W7 Socialite palette has got rose toned shades in it, and also the Revolution Forever Flawless has got a couple of rose tone shades, and the mattes in the Forever Flawless Lure palette they're so much more pigmented than this, but it could be the age of the palette. So let's just show you my original Urban Decay Naked palette, and you can see what I mean by the fact, just taking the brush out of that, how there's not much fallout there at all. But like I said, it's not had that much use. I mean, there's a few dents in it. You can see Naked it's been used a lot, but other than that, it's just not had barely any use. I need to use that more as well. Did that brush go in there? I don't know. And then obviously this one is just really powdery like here, and you can see it more on these 2 shades here, how powdery it is. But it's such a beautiful palette. I'm going to keep hold of it until I get a new one, basically. So yeah, this is what this little baby looks like. I'm sure you know. I love it. I probably like this one more than the Urban Decay Naked, the original. Not too sure about the Urban Decay Naked Honey because that is such a beautiful palette. Absolutely adore that one. I've not had a great amount of use out of that either, if I'm being completely honest. I used it once for a weekly Shop My Stash. But like I said, I've got so many palettes, I just can't use them. I've only got 1 pair of eyes, so I can only use them so many times, and that's why I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow palette declutter really soon, and I'm going to try and only keep the best of the best. But then I think, well, I paid good money for that, that's such a waste of money. But my niece now is really getting into makeup. She said to me earlier, she said she was talking about a Christmas list, and I said, I'm giving you money for Christmas, and she went, oh, I'll be able to buy some makeup with it. I'm really getting into makeup now. So yeah, so I'm going to go through the collection and see what's suitable for her, and then when I can, when things are more back to normal, I will give her a little bag of makeup. I just need to figure out what's suitable for her, and yeah, get that sorted out. So hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope it wasn't too long. I'll probably speed this up where I can, just like I do normally. If you've not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below and click the notifications bell as well. I would really appreciate it. It would mean so much to me. I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.